Welcome, Gertjan, here in the former stock exchange in Amsterdam. Explain a little bit more about the company you work for and your role within it.
Okay, thank you, Herbert. I work for Rijk Zwaan. Rijk Zwaan is a vegetable seed breeding company. We operate in more than 130 countries with worldwide more than 3,500 people. And we create vegetables and we sell them through selling the seeds worldwide. So it's a very R&D heavy company. 30% of our revenue is invested in R&D and 40% of our people work in R&D and breeding. We have a world leading position. We are number 3 or 4 in the market for vegetable seeds. And we sell more than 25 crops, more than 1,500 varieties of different vegetables.
So 1 kilogram of your tomato seeds created by Rijk Zwaan. What's the value of it?
Yeah, the commercial value is more than the commercial value of a kilogram of gold. So you can understand it's a tiny seed, and there comes a big plant which maybe delivers you 200 kilograms of tomatoes in a season or more. But the small seed, if you weigh it, it's really valuable.
It's great. So really worldwide, from the big cities and big clients to small farmers in remote areas. And now you're just entered this digital transformation journey. But one question beforehand. You were working for Bol.com and KPN, so very modern companies. And now you're in agriculture. What happened? Yeah,
what happened? Well, it's a fantastic business to be in. It's feeding the world. Our mission is sharing a healthy future. And I believe digital transformation can play a big role in that. And we can make our processes more efficient. And we can also make farming around the world more efficient and have a role in solving the problem of how to feed the world sustainably. So that's really a goal of the company, which is fantastic to contribute. And it's a really nice company in culture-wise. So it's family-owned. We are not dependent on the stock market. We have sufficient funds to really develop for the long term. And that's also our approach to digital transformation.
So it's a really entrepreneurial culture, I think. But still, when you came in, there was not a digital mindset. Nobody knew how to work agile. You've got farmers and local representatives who are hesitant on embracing digital. How did you change that?
Yeah. It's not really true that nobody wanted it, because they hired me, so they wanted to do something.
They still don't regret it.
They still don't regret it. No, but we took a really agile approach. So you start with a small experiment with one crop, lettuce in this instance, in one country for one target group, and you try to make a case. You do an experiment, you build a web shop, simple tooling, put everything in manually. And that succeeded. So then it was a successful experiment.
And that was in Brazil, right?
It was in Brazil, yeah. In Brazil, within 6 months, we did 10% of the lettuce business.
Okay,
and of course, Brazil is a big country with a lot of unknown customers to us. So it was also an experiment. Can we find customers online? And if you advertise vegetable seeds, will they really buy? Well, you have to do a bit more. You have to build some confidence and some trust. For example, we have a WhatsApp button where people can talk to us. And then if you talk back, they get confidence, and after some journeys, they decide to buy.
So even in remote areas, Rijk Zwaan stays very close to its customers, right?
We try to, yeah.
Okay. Within Rijk Zwaan, it's a very complex setting, right? It's global. You've got distributors, you've got direct selling. Many B2B companies are afraid of creating channel conflicts. What would be your advice to them?
Yeah, the advice is twofold. Take your time to explain, and take your time to explain that it will add service to the customer, and in that way make some repetitious tasks more easy. So there's more room for personal contact and personal advice. And also do an experiment in a market where there's not that much channel conflict. So you create something in a market where the channel conflict is low. In our case, that was Brazil. And we built something nice, and then we showed it to other people and say, well, this could add value to your customer. And then you could add more value to your customer yourself, because the customer does part of the work himself.
So any a country where there is distributors or selling direct, you use digital to improve the service, and you respect the in-between party.
Yeah, we do. Right. So we also every country we look at the local commercial situation and the local commercial strategy, and we try to adapt. So some countries really want to be less dependent of the reseller. Then you can move more head-to-head.
How do you organize that? Centrally, while giving this room for local customization?
No, so it's key to have local people who run the shop. So we have a structure. We created a new function within the company. you could say the webshop manager. We call him ecommerce specialist. And he's the local guy which speaks the local language, who's the ambassador within the local team. And he's in charge of the online experience, of the customer journey. He has to talk to all the crop specialists to get the right content in. And he has to arrange also the customer service and boost online marketing. So you need someone locally who can every day answer questions and explain. And that can coordinate with the central team. If he needs functionality, because every country is different, then he talks to us and we try to facilitate. Yeah.
So digital transformation is super important for Rijk Zwaan. Lots of investment and time goes in it. If you would guess the percentage you invest in training, educating, finding the right people to do the job, how much is that?
Yeah, that's a lot. 50% is in educating people, explaining, giving trainings, but also helping them customize. But there's a lot of effort going into training and explanation.
We're working together, Valtech and Rijk Zwaan, but you also want to build up your own teams, your own knowledge. What would be the perfect role for a company like Valtech helping you do that?
Yeah, well, you helped us build up the capability. Yeah? So you helped us build the platform with the web shop in it. But in our vision, we really want to be able to move and add and improve that ourselves. So now we have some of our own people working, and we have actually an agile team working with people from Rijk Zwaan and people from Valtech. And in the future, you can be the guys that bring the new technology in. But once we experiment it and build it, then we want to be able to scale it and to operate it ourselves.
That's what we really love, having clients who really pick it up themselves and where we can stay on the edge of innovation.
Yeah. So I wouldn't want you to every time make something that we cannot manage ourselves. So it really has to become our own.
All right. So there's many B2B companies who challenge with this adventure. You really kicked off. You're halfway already. Could you maybe share some tips for those companies just starting this transformation journey?
Yeah, well, the first one is experiment, and use the experiment to create a compelling story and build a business case and build a strategy. And then move slowly, move agile. Take your time to bring people aboard. Take care that you have local people who can operate and run it and customize it. And take your time to educate. We're not in it for the short victory. We're in it for the long run. So we have to build the capability, explain to the sales team what the function is, and roll it out slowly and improve it. Keep improving it, because that was maybe the biggest challenge in our company. So if you do it agile, you start with 80% of the basic functionality, and you say, we think it's good enough to test it with customers. Well, that was not really in the DNA of our company.
Not a good
but
idea.
We still did it. And they also have to have the trust that you will act upon the learnings, that you will improve gradually. And that's something that's starting to happen now. Yeah.
So I think it's time for the most important final question that gives an answer to all questions everybody has. And that is, how does a Rijk Zwaan tomato taste?
Great. Yeah, but we have different ones. You have a honey tomato even nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we should have a bite there.
Yeah.
But hey, thanks a lot. Great working with you.
Yeah.
And see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Let's talk B2B.